Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house. And today I've got the Ontario Rat number 1 here with me for a review, and as usual, we can analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this guy. But first of all, let's just see how big this boy is, because it's not a small one for sure. This is going to be 8.5 inch long overall length with a 5 inch long handle and 3.5 inch long blade. Let's see how this does compared to, for example, a couple offerings from Spyderco, Paramilitary 2 and Para 3 right over here. Bigger than both for sure. Let's see up against, of course, his little brother. Look at that, dwarfing the Rat number 2 and kind of like dwarfing the Shirogorov Neon. And we need to get some reinforce from the Shirogorov F95 to beat this guy, probably, yeah, just by a little bit. Let's see what we have. Arius, iconic knives, again, smaller than the Ontario Rat number 1. You want to see Shirogorov F3, how it compares to that? It's a little bit bigger than that. And what else do we have? Spyderco Schmock also. It's kind of small compared to the Ontario Rat number 1. Holt Bladeworks Spectre, again, smaller compared to that. So you have an idea. Okay, let's see just the Chris Reeve Knives Sebenza Large 21. Again, smaller than this big boy. So this is not a small knife, guys, by any means. 8.5, 8.6 inch long overall length. It's for sure, it's a big boy, but it's inexpensive. This is a pretty interesting budget solution if you are on a budget. It's gonna be around like $50 in this 40, 50 in this configuration with laminated carbon fiber scales, murdered out blade, which I really like, this stealthy combination. You can get this in D2 as well. This is House 8 steel. So the scales are nicely done, guys, nicely contoured. These are stainless steel liners and not perfectly lined up. There is no internal skeletonization or holes into the liner, so this is going to reflect a little bit more in the weight. You've got these thumb studs to deploy the blade on both sides, so you can have it's very tough on this side, but yeah, you can do it on both sides. You have a decent amount of external chamfering, no inner chamfering. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 standoffs on this side over here, which are going to contribute to the rigidity of the overall structure, and you can still flex, you see, a little bit on this side. But overall, it's a solid knife, guys. It's a nice liner lock. There is some lock stick, as you can see, probably due to the fact that the blade is coated. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, it's there. Of course, this scale over here is going to act as a natural over-travel lock bar stabilizer. You've got very easy disassemble for this guy, because you're going to need a T10 and T6 screws. You just take out these 5 screws over here, this pivot over here. You can check my video of my disassembly video for this guy if you need to maintain, clean up and tune up this fella, and it's going to be pretty straightforward. The screws are also nicely DLC coated and almost not protruding and completely flush, except for a little bit of the pivot going on over here. You have the classic lazy pivot, pocket clip, which is DLC coated as well, murdered out, right amount of tension, very low clip ramp over here, pretty tall space for thick pants going on over here, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 positions for your clip, so you're gonna be happy if you want it tip up, tip down, reverse it on the left side, right side. It's gonna be in 4 different positions, so that is good if you like that. If you check the blade, it has a very nice design. First of all, because the stock thickness is really, really thin. It's going to be an extremely nice slicer, full flat grind. You have a very cool thumb ramp with some absolutely functional jimping going on. Really, really nice, guys. There's no chamfering, no crowning on the spine of the blade. 25, maybe 30% belly right over here. All murdered out. Very minimal sharpening choil right over here. And some clear area where actually you can even like kind of choke up like that. No finger choil, of course, but you have a lot of billboarding going on. Ontario Knife Company, Model 1, House 8, Taiwan. Yeah, they use the space for sure. Also, like what is interesting, it's like really, I was saying the stock thickness, guys, this is really, really thin. For example, check it out compared to the, this is Spyderco Paramilitary 2. It's thicker than that, so very, very nice slicer indeed. The sound this guy makes, it's like that. It's very nice and deep clack, and when you close it, super subtle, very, very unobtrusive, discreet. It's a nice tinkle, very, very cool. And when you open it, oh, that's a big thud, clack, thump. It's nice. I appreciate that. The weight I was saying of this guy, it's not going to be light. This is going to be 5.3 ounces. And in the hand, it feels actually really, really good. I was surprised. This finger groove actually works like a charm. This area here is nicely designed, at least for my hands. It feels good in the hand. I like how it's rounded off in this area. It doesn't hurt whatsoever in any ways, and it feels good. The pocket clip, it's not creating any hot spots for me. You can easily do a reverse grip. You have enough area sticking out to use your thumb like that. There's the jimping going on, which is absolutely functional. You can choke up a little bit more like that. It feels solid, even if there's a little bit of flex, but just a tiny amount, not like the Rat number 2, for example. Overall fit and finish is nice. It's well put together, I have to say. Of course, there are some gaps, like for example, look at this. You see a misalignment over here, whereas here is good. You see here it's sticking out a little bit. Here it's protruding more than this side. I mean, it's a budget knife. There's no chamfering going on for this lanyard hole and for the pocket clip screws over here. So it's just like a drilled and threaded hole. But I mean, overall, for the price, we cannot complain. And also the deployment speed. Look at this. It's all right, guys. It's a thumb flick. It's pretty fast for a thumb flick and to be like a knife running on washers. So it's really cool and smooth at the end. So the detent strength of this guy is on the medium side, not too bad, and the lock release is pretty straightforward and easy to access. I would have preferred maybe this guy sticking out a little bit more and the jimping to be not on this side but actually on the internal side, but yeah, not a big deal. Of course, there's no detent ball ramp. When you disengage the lock, nothing happens. There's no free fall, so you're gonna have to use maybe two hands to close this knife, but overall it's a very, very solid budget option for sure. I mean, the look, I prefer the look of this murdered out version. The blade is very, very good. The grip is very nice. Absolutely good ergos. The sound is okay too. And overall, I mean, it's you can't go wrong with this guy if you are on a budget. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.